y'all, this is Deanna. Welcome to my channel. I am back just kind of playing around, but I am going to make an album using twine as my binding. Now I've done it with the elastic, I've done the hinge, I've done a cinch, there are so many ways that you can bind your album, but I thought I would make it using twine this time. Now I watched a video, it popped up on my feed, probably several months ago, and I had saved it. Happened to notice today I had saved it. But the name of the YouTuber was Sarah Elliotts, and she is the one that I saw doing the twine system to put binding for her pages. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to try that and see how I like it. The paper I'm going to use for this, I'm going to use this Play All Day that I got from scrapbook.com. And I'm just going to see how much of this I can actually just kill the paper collection, just kind of work with it and use it. I'm trying not to save everything. I'm trying just to make things and just enjoy myself. So got a little bit of time before Mr. Crafty comes home because we have to go out tonight for some things. And so I decided I've got about an hour or so before he comes home. So I thought I would go ahead and kind of get this started. Now, for my pages that I'm going to use, I'm going to utilize my scallop card bases. You can use any kind of cards that you want, but I absolutely love the scallop cards. And I'm going to make little inserts to put in here with the color. If you want to just use scrapbook paper, you can do that as well. But I think I'm going to use these card bases. It's just, the scallop just makes it so, so pretty. So let me get you over a little bit so I don't get out of frame. I try not to do that, but it happens sometimes. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to use for pages. I'm going to add designer paper on each one of these. And I'm going to do, right now my plan is to use 10 cards. So let me make sure I've got 10. Actually, I've got 4, 5, I've only got 9. So I need to, I've got 10. Here it is right here. So I'm going to do 10. And just see how I like it. Now, my chipboard, I've already got that cut. I've already added tape on it and everything, just trying to save time. And I'm going to do mine 5 by 6. My spine piece is going to be 1 3/4 by 6. Because of what I did and how I figured out how big I wanted, I just took the amount of cards that I want and I just kind of measured it up, and I want to make sure I have extra little space. And I think that that would actually work for pretty well. So let's just get going on this. Okay, so I've had to add 2 pieces of paper. I'm going to use white 65-pound cardstock, and I'm just going to add it on. Add my chipboard piece on, and you want your 6-inch side to be upright, and then horizontal is going to be 5 inches. So 6 height. Width is 5. That way then your book ends up being 6 inches in height. Okay, and I've already, if you've watched my videos before, I score my paper at 1 inch on the bottom and 1 inch on one side. It kind of helps to give me a little guide of where to start my chipboard. Now this is going to be a little bit tall because I did not trim it off, but it's okay. I can trim off when I'm done here. So I've got 1, and then I've got my 1 3/4 by 6 piece, and I'm just going to add it. There's a score line. I'm just going to give myself a little space in between. Just kind of see how I can get this lined up. Like this. I think that looks about good, about where I want to go. And then I'm going to do my next piece. Remember, 6 in height, 5 in width. And I'm just going to peel this off. Okay. And I'm going to go up right next to this one, leaving myself about the same width between. Just I like to kind of put myself up against there, and that looks fairly good. So there we go. So now for this part, I'm just going to use my scissors, and I'm just going to cut it off. Now I did have to join 2 pieces of 8.5 by 11 together because I just needed a little bit more space. Okay, now I didn't cut that very straight, but it's all good. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold these up. If you want to cut some of this off to make it totally even, go for it. I'm going to be folding it anyway. Now for this, I'm going to go ahead and add my tape, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have added all my tape, and now I'm going to get this going. Let me put my pen somewhere I don't lose it. I'm going to add my glue up along the edge, just because I like to have that extra grab to the side of my paper. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to peel off this other one here. And now I'm going to peel off this one piece. Now I've gone ahead and mitered my corners just to save time. And I'm just going to take it, pressing down, folding over. There we go. That's one side. I'm going to flip it around, do the other side. And we'll do the ends the same way. This side was a little bit larger here, but I just didn't trim it. It's all good. I am using Barely Art glue this time. I'm gonna take it, press it down, and there we go. Now I've got my sides. Now let's do the ends. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna press in this end piece. And I'm gonna go ahead and peel this off. Add a little glue. And then I'm going to just do the same thing and press it and fold it over. That looks real good. And I'm going to do the last end. Kind of take it, press those little corners in. And I'm going to take it, fold it down. There we go. So, okay, so there's that part. That part is complete. Now I'm going to take it and kind of fold. There we go. That's going to be a good little size of album. I think it's going to be wonderful. Now, since the paper over here was a little bit big, I'm going to stick a little glue under here. I want it to make sure it's adhered down really well. And there we go. I think that looks fairly good. I don't think there's going to be any cracking or anything. Okay, so now let's just move on. Oh, I have one piece right here. But you know what? Look at that. I'm not going to worry. I'm just going to cover it. That's all. Okay, so for my inside piece, I've got myself a piece of Designer Series paper, and this is cut by 6 by 12. I've already added tape on here. I'm going to get this adhered down. So what I'm going to do is, this comes up pretty close to the edge, so you want to make sure that you're getting your paper all nice and even here. I peeled off that bottom. I don't want it to go down yet. I want to make sure that I'm getting this straight as I can. Oops, it's got to come down just a little. Let me see. I got to go over. I'm just trying to get this as straight as I can. And I like this. Okay, that I think is going to work. And I'm going to press that down. I'm going to reach up in here and grab these other pieces of tape off, or the paper off. So while I got that off, I think I'll take some wet glue. Just kind of make sure it all is going to grab on there. Let's take some wet glue up in here. It's extra stability. Okay. I'm going to take it and press it down. I think I need my roller here, my brayer tool. And I think that that will help to get that down really, really well. Okay, I think that that's good. So I'm going to let that set for a second. I'm going to think about this outside. But I'm going to just do a little fold right here. And right here. And there we go. Look at that. That looks really good. I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to press right up in here. I'm just trying to make sure this grabs. I love the colors. Oh, so gorgeous. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so for my outside, before I go any further, I want to add seam binding. So it gives me like an enclosure. So I'll be able to have an enclosure to tie this together. So I'm using my seam binding from myscrapcabinshop.com on Etsy. And I'm going to use some pink and I'm going to use some blue. So you just kind of want to choose the colors that you want that's going to coordinate with your paper. And I'm going to just kind of measure off but how much I think I need. I'm just going to eyeball it. It's probably a little bit extra, but it's better to have too much than not enough. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of tape and I'm going to put it down, try to eyeball the center. So I can have it lay down, and then I'll add glue on the next one. So when you're putting it, just kind of find your center so you know where to put, and I like to start in the center. I've used quite a bit of my seam binding, so I'm going to have to order some more eventually. Okay, like that. And I think I'll just add a little glue over the top so I can adhere the pink. With the pink, find my center. So tomorrow, well, this weekend is Mother's Day. And so do y'all have plans for Mother's Day? What is your Mother's Day plan? We are going to my daughter's. They're going to make fajitas for Mother's Day. So my husband said, is that what you want to do? I said, yeah, it's fine. I mean, the idea is just being with your family. So I always try to get my girls a little something. Okay, I gotta get that straight. There we go. Try to get my girls a little something for Mother's Day because they are great mothers. And so I'm gonna have to go out tomorrow probably and see if what I can find. I'm thinking like maybe hair products or something like that. Something that they can use personally. Okay. So while I've got this on here, I've gone ahead and cut my paper. I'm going to do a pink on the front. I'm going to do a pink on the back. And I think I will just do this side, this piece, with the butterflies facing up, since it does have butterflies on that other side. Okay, so I want to make sure that I'm doing this all correctly here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add tape. I'm going to add tape on here. And then I'm going to get these all adhered on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my outside pieces on. They look really good. See how that ribbon is underneath? That way it's all secure. What I did on the edges is I added a little bead of glue on the edge just to make sure this adheres really well, because where the ribbons that are coming out, they, there's a lot of wear and tear on them. So I added that, and I used my brayer tool to get it really nice and flat on here. And now look, here's my cover of my sweet album. So anyway, now I'm going to work on the inside, and then I'll think about how I'm going to do the front part of the decorations on my cover. So for your pages, you're going to need some sort of envelopes. So like I told you in the beginning, I'm using these scalloped envelopes, and these are going to go right in here. So each one of these is going to have a piece of designer series paper. So I'll need to cut, I have 10, so I'll have to cut a front and back. So I'm going to need 40 pieces of paper to put inside here, just so they're decorative and so forth. You can also add like other things if you want to add different things in here, but I'm just going to do my decorative paper, and then I'm going to start working on adding the twine for my binding. So I'm going to cut all my papers, and then we'll work on the twine for the binding. So I'm just going to start cutting away, y'all. Okay, let me see here. Got to get my pen back in here and my glue. So far, I like the Bearly Arts glue as well. I think that it works pretty well so far. I was just so used to art glitter glue. So I think I'm kind of liking it. Okay, so I'm going to kill this whole paper, I know, in the end. Here, I'm just going to start cutting, and I'm going to go through and decide which ones of these I'm going to use. So I have some really cute cut aparts here that I can use, but this is a front and a back, so I can cut and kind of mix and match those. And then this one is a definite, and that's absolutely gorgeous. Got some ballerinas here, and then I've got these right here, look like little banners. Got some cut aparts on the back there, so I might need to use one of these for my front. So I might hold on to that one. And this is just gorgeous. I love that. I love everything about this. And this one is so cute too. And I know this paper is kind of kiddish, but we're all kids at heart, y'all. I like this one. With brave wings she flies. That could be great. Be happy, be bright, be happy, be you. I love that as well. I might use one of these on the cover. So I'm going to put that to the side. The other side's got little doggies on there. So I'm going to put those to the side so I don't go accidentally cut them up. And then here we've got some other little cut aparts as well. So I'm going to stick those to the side a minute and just start cutting up this other paper. So how I'm going to figure out my size, and your cards could be different. So as I always do, I usually just kind of measure my paper up against my card. And I'm going to try to make, oopsie, that won't work. I'm going to go up a little bit because I got that scallop. So I'm going to try to see if I can just eyeball it and see how that is going to work for me. So let me go ahead. I'm going to cut this first piece. I'm going to cut that. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this one where I have my little mark. And that way then it will fit right up inside here. And that's actually going to be absolutely perfect. That's going to be really cute. So how you can do this and keep your same dimensions and try to just cut a whole bunch. This is what I did the other day. I'm going to erase this so I don't get confused. But what I did is I made myself a little pencil mark so I'd know which way to go. So this one, I know I've got to cut here. And then just go ahead and I'm just going to cut here. And it's like a little less than 5 on there. Now I know I'm going to need 40 of these, and I know it's going to be this size. So I'm going to start cutting, and I'll be back. Okay, so I wanted to show you my first one. And then what I did is I created a pocket for one page, and the rest of them will just have decorative paper. So each one of these is going to have a pocket. I might spring it and give it a few more, but as of right now, I think I'll do it like this. And the pocket doesn't always have to be on the front. I mean, I could easily fold it the other way and have the pocket in between. And I really do love this rainbow. So I'll have to decide which way I want to put it. I've got more of this. But let me show you how I did this one. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your cardstock, okay, or your card base. And how I made my pocket is I cut my paper, and I just measured up, and it's like about 4 inches, a little less than 4 inches, because that's what I needed for my card base. And then I scored it at 5 inch, because this ended up being 7 inches, because I had cut it at 5 inches in the 5 inches before. So this is actually 7 inches, and I hope I am not, yep, 7 inches. And I scored it at the 5 inch mark, so it's 7 inches in height, and I scored it at the 5 inch mark. And I'm just going to fold it up to make myself a pocket. And y'all know that I love my little scallop edges here. So what I did is I used some extra little scallops that I have, or little scallop bases that I have here. And I'm just going to cut off myself a piece. And I'm just going to use my tape. I've got some 1/8 inch right here. If I can find the end, there it is. Add myself a good piece of tape going across. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to peel this off. And I'm going to put this right underneath here, just so the scallop part is just sticking out. And if you want to, you can lay it down. It might be a little easier if you choose to do yours this way. I love it. I think it just makes it just so pretty. So when it's like that, then all you're going to do is you're going to take your scissors, and I have a little overhang here. I'm just going to trim it off. And then all I'm going to do is take my glue, and I'm going to glue up the sides. And then I'm going to bring that down, smooth it in from the middle to the outside, so I have a nice flat pocket. I really like using my brayer too on things like this, because then it makes it nice and flat. Then all you're going to do is you're going to adhere it to your card base. So if you do 10 pages, which front and back, it ends up being 40, if that makes sense. You have a nice little, lots of nice pages for your album. So I'm just going to kind of line this up, just like this. That looks good. Take my brayer tool. You can use a bone folder. You can just smooth it out, but I want mine to be nice and flat. And there we go. Now I've got my pocket page adhered to my thing here. So now I'm just going to take, let's go in here. I think I will use a pink one. I've got a flower. And why not just live on the edge and go with a little green? So I'm just going to add my glue. Use any adhesive you want. If you don't want to use card bases and you just want to cut designer series paper, then go for it. I just thought it'd be really cute to have that scallop edge there. And I don't have to cut the scallop. So there we go. That looks good. And I think I'll use this pink one here. My hubby should be on his way home, so I'll have to, once I finish this part, I'll have to finish my video tomorrow morning. Get this out to you guys on Saturday, because we're gonna have to go out in a bit. Okay, so that looks good. Use my brayer tool, smash it down here. See, and it just helps that to adhere. Now I think I'll go with this green. Now I will get this lined up. And there we go. So now that's how I'm doing each one of my pages. So as you see here, if I want to, I could flip this over and let the pink be on the front, or I could keep the pockets. And then, because I want them to dry nice and flat, I'm going to put it under something and have my pages dry nice and flat. I just want them to be good and flat for when I put them in my book. I'm just going to stick that over there, and I'm just going to keep going. Okay, so I finished all of my card bases, got them all with pockets and so forth, and they are looking super cute. Here's all the backs. The inside, it's so cute with this scallop. I just can't say enough about them. I'm just sad that Michael's isn't selling them anymore. Okay, so let's go ahead and start putting our twine on here. So I've done this before with elastic, so it's pretty much the same thing. I'm gonna start, I think I'm gonna start putting my twine over the top. Now I have 10 card bases, so that means I need to go around 10 times, okay? So all you're gonna do is you're gonna take it and you're gonna put your twine going around, and I need to give myself a little more slack. Okay, and I'm using twine that I got from Michael's at Valentine's, and I just cut this off so it'd be easier for me to work with it. So you want to start, like here's the fold, so I'm just going to start about right here. We can move these around when we need to. Okay, so I'm going to take it and wrap it around, and I'm going to try to make sure I keep them, don't overlap them. Okay, so that's 4, and this is 5. And y'all, you're never gonna believe, man, I have almost used the whole paper collection. I think I've just got cut apart pages left and a few scraps. That's it. So I've killed it with this one. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, so let me see how many I've got here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I'm going to go this one last time around. Okay, so I started here at the top. I'm ending at the bottom. I'm holding it tight. I'm going to go ahead. I'm cutting off my twine. Y'all, these scissors are so dull. Okay, so I'm gonna hold it. I want to make sure that everything is looking good, and I'm gonna move these over whenever I get everything where I want it on the outside. So you ended up on this side, but you started on this side. So all you're going to do is you're going to take it just like this, and I'm just going to take my twine, and I'm gonna make mine go up and underneath, This could be a right or wrong way, but I'm just gonna see if I can do this. Let me find my pokey tool. Okay, so I'm gonna reach under there and grab that piece of twine. Okay, so that's the bottom piece. Let me see if I can find, I'm gonna find something to sit on it a minute so it won't move on me. So this one is over here. So I'm gonna put this one, I'm gonna reach underneath my twine pieces and I'm gonna grab this other one. Okay, so now you've kind of got them, you've got them underneath. Make sure everything's not twisted underneath. This is beautiful, y'all. And I think I'm gonna make mine in the center. So now I'm just gonna take this, tie myself a knot, and I think I'm gonna go under it again, lifting that up, and go under, see if I can grab this with my pokey tool. Perfect. And I'm gonna go under with this one, my pokey tool. Now that I've got that about in the center, then I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna tie another knot and I'm gonna tie a bow. Let me tie one more knot. I wanna make sure nothing's going anywhere. Tie a little bow. The same way, pretty much the way I did the 2mm elastic. I've done it like this before, but when I saw Sarah Elliotts' video, I watched about half of it and I'm like, I remember doing that, and using twine is such a beautiful idea. Okay, now that I've got my bow, I'm gonna make it a double bow so it won't come out. And I will link her video below if you'd like to go watch it. Okay, trimming it off. Okay, so now I've got my twine. You can kind of move them out a little bit now that we've got them secured. And you can just kind of work them, put them where you want them. This is a really fun way to make your binding. I like to just try to make them even. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. Now I'm going to decide which order I want. Let me see which one I want to put in the front. I think I really want to go with this blue and white plaid. I like that, but then again, the cover is plaid. I guess it doesn't really matter. I think I'll go this way. So I'm just going to gently slide my card bases underneath. And I'm going to do all of them, trying to keep them in some semi-nice order. trying to do it. I don't want to bend my card base. Okay, so I'm going to finish putting them all under the twine, and I'll be back and we'll work on the cover. Okay, so I got all my pages in. Look how cute this looks. Oh my goodness. So cute. I love this so much. You can put lots of photos in here. You can add all kinds of stuff inside of here. So many pages in this little tiny book. Look at that. Just absolutely darling. And look at that. It just filled it up just perfectly. You can move your twine around a little bit if you like. Now let's work quickly on the cover. Now I've gone ahead and I've chosen one of the cut aparts, and since I did butterflies on the edge here, I thought this one right here says with brave wings she flies, and I thought that that was very inspirational, so I think I'm going to add it on the front of my cover. Let me get this up just a little bit. But I thought I've been kind of stuck with putting doilies under things lately, so I think that that would just make it look like just really just pretty. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, oops, I left my pen off my glue for a sec. So let me get it unclogged. My husband got home and we ended up not going out where we needed to go tonight, so we're going to do it tomorrow night. So I thought I'll get back in here and work on this. It's so much fun. This really was a fun album to make. Okay, I'm just going to add dabs of glue just to kind of hold it in place. And I think I will just kind of put it off to the side. This one right here, I'm going to add it kind of going kind of sideways here. I like that. And you could always pop this up on some foam, but I think I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to get it glued down. Okay, I've got to unclog here. That's what happens when we leave the pin off of our glue. Okay, there we go. We might be in business. I want this to be down really, really well. It's been a bit since I've made a little album like this, and it's been really a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed myself. Gonna get that down. I'm gonna see if I can use my brayer tool to kind of get that pressed down without damaging my book. Look at that. Isn't that so cute with that little bit of doily back there? Now I went and I cut out some little butterflies because I thought it'd be cute to add a little butterfly down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of layer it up. This is just a pink, little piece of pink. And then I'm going to add a little bit of white. I'm going to put it down a little bit. And then I'm going to add a piece of the blue. This was out of the collection. I thought it would be kind of pretty to add that one. So I'm going to add blue. And just kind of get that pressed down. And there we go. So I think, and then once it's dry, I can kind of make it where it looks like the butterfly is gonna fly. And then I think it would be really cute just to add it kind of down here. I think it'd be nice too to add some little decorative, like little dots going around, just to make it look like it has a little bit of something on it. So let me see if I can find, I like to do this like with a pen. Okay, I'm gonna try it with some blue. And I like to just kind of go around it, make it look like it's stitching. You know, do your cover the way. For some reason, my phone quit recording, and all I've done is added this on. I think adding some little jimmies down the center, kind of like what I did today. I think I can do that. Let me see. Ooh, a little bit of bling. Let me see what that would look like. I'm going to just cut myself some. That way I could keep them all in order. And I'll just do the center. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can get it all as one piece. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm going to add a little glue so it'll stay. Okay, I think a little heart. You know, these are my favorites. Let me see if I can add a little heart. See if I can do some different colored ones. And then you need some jimmies. Okay, so I think I'll put a heart here, and I'll do one here, and the little foamy things off the back. So I'm just going to glue it on. As y'all know, I'm a clean and simple kind of crafter here, so to me, less is more. And there are some of you crafters out there that can layer up to high heaven, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I like that. Got some little pink jimmies that I'm going to put up here. Almost. Y'all, this is so cute. I hope this video isn't long. I don't even know how long it is. So cute. Just precious, precious, precious. Okay, now I think I was gonna try to do like add a little flower on it too, but I'm wondering if it's gonna be too much. I think it's too much. You're probably going, no, 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 do it. And I think I could add another little butterfly, just a single one up here. And let me add some little jimmies in the center of this. Okay. How cute is this? Look at that, y'all. That is so cute. I love it. And look, I have two butterflies that were together. Let me glue them. Make sure those stay. Okay, so I think that is cute. I like that. But I'm wondering if I should have put the... Okay, y'all, I'm getting iffy. I'm going to take off the jimmy. Sorry about this, y'all. I'm going to put one over here because I don't want to waste it. I'll put it over here. And then I think, since I have these silvery ones, I'll just use it. Oh, I wish I could get them all in one row. Okay. Okay, let's see here. I need to be using my tweezers is what I need to do because this is so small. Okay, there we go. Okay, I like that. That's cute. That's cute. And that, yeah, I think you guys pretty much get the idea. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a cut apart in the front and back. I could put some things in the pockets and then I'll be done. Okay, I think I'm good for now. I can add a few tags and stuff in the pockets, but let's just take a quick walk through. So this is what the binding on the spine looks like. Okay, here is the cover, just simple and sweet. And I like how this turned out. You know, I like just simple and sweet. I just think that that's the best thing. Let's make sure I don't get out of frame here. So then you open it up, and I just added a cut apart to the front, and I just put one cut apart here in the pocket. You can add some different kind of things, maybe some stickers. I have tons of little stickers here. Let's see what we can add really fast. So you know what I have a butterfly right here. So then here's what your pages look like, and we'll just go through, we'll add the little butterflies just randomly. And then you've got your little pocket here. And I've got a rainbow. That's cute. And then I'm going to skip over. Got a little, this is what my little stickers look like. I'm going to add a little ice cream back here. And then this right here, this is butterfly kisses and little girl dreams. And then, see, this is what I'm looking at. I think I'll skip over. I'll add another butterfly. I have a sunshine. Let's see where I can add the sunshine. Put it down here. And I don't know if y'all hear that noise. It's Mr. Crafty in there. I think I'll just add this one over here. I'm just randomly, there's no rhyme or reason, adding stickers till I don't have none left. There's a flower. Let's see what I got. Okay. And then I'll skip a few. Ooh, this is so cute. Look at this one. That's so cute. I think I'll put that one right there. And then I'll skip a couple. And got a little bee. I'll put that on the yellow page down here. And then let's see if I got something for the little heart page. So I like this one. Smile, laugh, and be happy. And then back here. So there we go. Just a few random little sweet stickers throughout. And I got another one right there. And then I put this one on the back. And that's what the back looks like. So let's tie this up. Now we have a beautiful album that we can use this twine or this seam binding as a beautiful, beautiful tie on here. We're going to tie a nice little bow. And how stinking darling is this? I absolutely love how this turned out. This is so cute. And that's it, y'all. Decorate up any more you want. You can add some ribbon over here, would be super, super cute. Adding some ribbon or some seam binding. It's just beautiful. See how that looks? That's just beautiful. And it's just a sweet little simple album. Anyway, I hope that you guys stuck with me. I know this was kind of long. I hope you stuck with me. I hope you enjoyed this. It turned out absolutely just beautiful. Look at that. Turned out so cute. Anyway, have a great night. Thank you so much for watching. If you are not subscribed, I'd really love your subscription. If you have been around forever and ever and ever, thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate it. I am just overjoyed how this turned out. I think it's just so sweet and just cutesy. I just love it. And y'all, let me just show you. This is what's left of the sticker sheet. And literally, I have only these 2 pages of cut aparts left that I could probably stuff in pockets in that. But that's it. All the other pages I have cut up. So yeah, I think it was just a great way to utilize this sweet album. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you'll give it a try. And I will talk to you soon. Love you guys so much. Bye.